Hey, you guys. Welcome back to another reading. I feel called to do a divine feminine reading for you guys. I just feel that we can use some empowerment during this time. I feel like there's been a lot of just changes going on in general with like breaking free from a lot of different stuff. I know the last reading I did, we were talking about just breaking free from a lot of low levels of consciousness. And I feel like when that happens, it kind of starts like a transformation, basically. So let's dive right on into it and see what messages the divine wants us to know in regards to divine feminine energy. What's going on? I feel like with this crystal blessing, this is giving me like matriarch type of vibes. I feel like just women on a collective scale are going through a change. Some of you may feel this in different ways, right? Because maybe you're more in tune with this change than others, right? What do I mean by this? We can sum this down to like the trends, right? Getting into yoga, meditation, the soft girl era, where like you are wanting to receive more instead of chase, right? We attract, we don't chase. So I feel like there is this just, and by me saying that, like, you may feel it differently than others, everybody is not trying to hop on certain waves, right? So it just depends on what you feel is authentic to you and most like aligned for you. But there is like a direct alignment. You are participating in this. If you're watching this, you are participating in the rise of the divine feminine in some way, shape, or form. Something that you are doing in your life, you are directly contributing to the cause that's going on, like worldwide, collectively type of thing. So let's see. Let's get one more card. Let's see what else we need to know about the divine feminine. We have intention. So I feel we're going back to like the rise of this collective divine feminine era and like just raising our vibrations and everything like that. I feel with intention, with staff, this is all about power, okay? Yeah, we can think about intention as far as you being intentional and just doing things that are directly aligned for you. Because if you do things that are directly aligned for you, you're more prone to helping others in that same area, as well as inspiring people to get into that same field, whatever it is, whether it's yoga, whatever it is that you do, right? That you feel that makes you be a very powerful divine feminine. You're being called to like just continue to stand in your power with intention. Continue to stand in your power, because as this transformation occurs, as this shift occurs, you will find yourself almost like as if it was a role and you was appointed. You're going to start to feel like, wow, I feel like I belong here type of thing. We got going within and creativity. Yeah, so this is giving me like sacral chakra type of vibes type of thing. You guys know that the sacral chakra is obviously a very powerful powerhouse for us as feminines, because it's the space that holds our womb. Our womb is so concerned with our emotions and trauma and things like that. So you could be being called, especially as the transformation happens, there could be a lot of things going on right now where we are being called to kind of like go within whenever we feel those inner traumas coming up, to kind of like reconfigure is what I'm hearing. Reconfigure, recalibrate yourself type of thing. It's the moment where you are able to address those issues, give love and light to those issues so that you can free them. Again, going back to transformation, so that you can free them and start up brand new cycles, more positive cycles where you have better habits for yourself, where you definitely do exactly that. You attract, you don't chase, right? So you're being called to just continue to just stand in that power and to let it transform. Let's see what transformation is talking about. Your sensitivity is a gift. Crystal blessing. I am surrounded by angels. Intention. We got 2 cards. I clear my energy field, and healing myself heals my lineage. Yeah, so you guys want to make sure that you're being very intentional about whatever it is, whatever practice, whatever, however you feel you need to break free from low-level consciousness, right? Referring back to the previous reading. But however you feel you need to do that, you got to make sure that you're being very intentional and staying true to yourself. Again, with healing myself heals my lineage. You want to make sure that you are doing practices that are aligned with your ancestors, right? Because, yeah, you don't want to be, let's just say you are of, what's something that could easily, let's just say you are, and this is not to say that cultures can't cross and mix. You know, you may benefit from an African practice, but maybe your background is, maybe you're Caucasian, right? Maybe you are, maybe you're a Black American and you might benefit from a practice that you see the Hindus do, right? So what I want to say is just be very intentional and mindful about the practices that you're doing, how you're doing it, and just make sure that it's something that you, if you are in tune and if you are able to like do this, make sure that you run it by your ancestors. If not, just make sure that, again, you are doing something that you feel is aligned with you, and that you can be super intentional as far as just standing in your truest power, because that is an energy clearing within itself. When you are standing in your truest authenticity, all falseness and all falseness just kind of falls at the wayside. With I am surrounded by angels, crystal blessing, again, this kind of just goes back to that feeling appointed type of thing. But you don't feel appointed unless the divine is basically looking at you to be one of the people to kind of help initiate this change. With your sensitivity as a gift, again, this is something that you may feel, right? You may already be in the midst of this change. There are probably a lot of things that you've picked up on, as far as like, going back to that divine feminine, that soft girl era. Maybe you like routinely get your nails done. Maybe you, like whatever practices and whatever habits that you do to make you feel womanly, and if you feel with your sensitivity as a gift, because I'm getting a sense of like, oh, I gotta go do this, gotta go do that, gotta go do this, gotta go do that. Like there's like almost like this craze as far as this womanly feminine energy. Like the divine kind of got us in like and it's meant to be peaceful, this transformation, and it's kind of, it got us feeling like all liberated and all happy and whatnot, and that's a gift. You know what I mean? Like to be so sensitive to that energy and be receptive to that is a gift. That's what the divine wants you to understand. So whenever you do get those messages like, let me go get my nails done, let me routinely make sure I do this, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're doing, like I feel that it's bringing you a lot of transformation, and it's helping you be a direct participant, again, with this era that's going on. If you are watching this, you are definitely, because look at the time that we in, right? You are the one that is alive, watching this video live right now type of thing, right? So with crystal blessing and I am surrounded by angels, your ancestors made sure that whoever you are that's watching this video, that you're the one who starts to create the and initiate a lot of the changes and the clearing of any like ancestral karma, generational curses, anything like that they appointed you. You know what I mean? You know how they say like you're the chosen one type of thing, yada yada. So not to put like more pressure on you, but like, they're definitely just looking at you to make sure that you can bring healing to the lineage. Let your inner fire warm you, not burn you. So again, I like how as I ended it on that and referring back to this, because you possess a lot of power. That means, right? So that means that like you can continue to cycle down the same paths that the ancestors cycle down. You can continue to make yourself be, you can continue to repeat the same patterns, but that's what's going to burn you. So with the inner fire that they feel that you have, I was called here on a mission. Look, I can't make this up. I was called here on a mission. That's the card that was in the back. Like, let your inner fire warm you. This is what is going to warm you. Whenever you get these moments where you feel like, it just makes sense, right? It just makes sense, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm getting. Like certain things, certain practices, certain activities that you like to do. Maybe you like to paint and sip and type of thing. That is something that is directly aligned. That activity, whatever it is that's grasping your attention, you are probably being called to master it. You know what I mean? Because that is directly aligned with your lineage. You were called here on a mission. I can't make it up. Let's see what your sensitivity is a gift. Let's see what divine wants us to know. Divine feminines. Yeah, Ace of Swords. I'll take it. Ace of Swords. So this is the sword that cuts, right? This is the sword that cuts off the things that are no longer serving us with transformation. You don't get to a point of transformation without having first a death, right? So Ace of Swords, this is the sword that I heard this yesterday. What was it? I was watching like a video. You guys might know who Rod Hayes is. But when I was watching the video, he said, he called the sword, he said there's a sword. He said the sword, it cuts and it helps uplift the righteous. And he said, and it also cuts down the wicked type of thing. So, you know, there's a lot of practices. There's a lot of levels of consciousness that is so deadly, I'm hearing, to the divine feminine, to her femininity, and to like just being a feminine in general, and just the female species. Like, I'm hearing that like it definitely is like dangerous out in the field for us as women, just because of the other energies that are present here and their intentions, right? But we, as much as and as long as we continue to our protection comes in when you pay attention to self more than you pay attention to anybody else outside of you. Because if you're giving, let's just say, another man more power over your femininity than you give yourself, then that's you giving your power away, and that would be you kind of enabling the wicked instead of enabling yourself. So just continue to be truthful with yourself during this time of transformation, because again, your truthfulness is what's going to be your protection. You attract, you don't chase, you know, so you don't ever have to you don't ever have to feel like you got to do anything more or do anything extra to be a divine feminine. We got Page of Pentacles and Six of Cups in the back. So I feel with this Page of Pentacles, I feel like this is kind of like a start, right? This is a start, kind of like a seed just being planted, and I feel like you are like starting to find those hidden gems at this point in time, or you're being called with transformation. Find like the little things that you're able to like grab a hold to, that you feel that you can continue to like hold on to. Okay, so I'm seeing like a vision of like a little kid. You know how like little kids have a thing with like a blanket, you know, where like they they don't go anywhere without this blanket type of thing. So you're being called, if you want to kind of like, what's your reminder type of thing? Yeah, like what is your reminder? Because these energies definitely can easily take us off our track, right? We come into contact with so many people, so many opinions on a daily basis. Girl, you can go to the store and you having a conversation with the cashier, and you could accidentally pick up some type of low-level consciousness, right? Just based off of what she said, just based off of what she's allowing, right? So you just got to be very cautious and mindful. Like, what is the thing that you need in order to help continue to let yourself feel childlike, playful? You know what I mean? Spirit is trying to get us to be more, I feel, just open and more flexible with our femininity. I feel be more childlike with it, right? Because like a child feels like there's like a million different ways that it can play, right? That imagination that comes with the child. Let's see. Crystal blessing. I am surrounded by angels. And we got High Priestess trying to come out here too. Yeah, this is a message. This is a message of wisdom. This is like unlocking hidden wisdom. You guys know how I was saying that like you could be like you're the one that's being appointed to kind of be the one to help shift a lot of these dynamics within your lineage and stuff like that, you know. It's like, I'm hearing like it's a blessing to be alive right now. Like, you know, during this time specifically, just because of the changes that's going on and everything like that. And the ability to unlock a lot of hidden wisdom within yourself, for your lineage, you know. And there's just a lot of just hidden, you can say hidden gems, you know, like as you allow yourself to go out and explore and receive, like you will find like certain things that like Maybe you once wasn't open to something before, but now you are, type of thing. It's just about exploration and allowing yourself to be present in whatever moment that you're able to be in, you know, right? Because all of us like to do different things. All of us are from a lot of different parts of the world. So it's all about just allowing yourself, when you're called to that position, to just allow yourself to just be, like, just let yourself tap into your inner wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, explore yourself, you know. Don't be afraid to, if you are in the middle of a, I don't know, dance class, just randomly just start doing your own routine type of thing, you know, and just let yourself flow. That's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing somebody, like, you know, yeah, your dance class got all these different routines, but like, put your own spin on it. Like, just lose yourself, basically, is what I'm hearing. They say just lose yourself in it. Whatever you passionate about, whatever this is, lose yourself in it. Like, just dance. They saying just dance. Like, dance like nobody's watching. Like, just dance, whatever it is, because it's going to liberate you. Yeah, we got the Six of Wands. This is the energy of being called to calmer waters, you know. When you allow yourself to just kind of like release your inhibitions and just let yourself just explore and just let yourself lose yourself in this cosmic dance. It's just naturally just bringing you to calmer waters, to calmer people, to calmer places and things. It's also allowing you to kind of see a lot of these mental traps for what they are, right? You know, once you liberate yourself from it and you see that certain things come back around again, right? You see a guy come, let's just say you've learned your lesson about not letting guys dictate what you wear, right? Now this energy will come back around again, and maybe you meet another guy and he might comment on something that you're wearing. Now you prepared for this. I feel like you don't view yourself as a victim anymore. I feel like you see the traps of victimhood and how you can fall into traps of being a victim. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like you getting with this Eight of Swords in the back. I feel like you can see your wisdom has now elevated to a certain place where you're able to kind of like give yourself messages like you already know what's up, type of thing. Like, when you know type of thing. When you've already experienced this, you know. So you have this Page of Cups that has been produced from your wisdom. So like, you know. Yeah, so wow, I love that. I love that. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, so this talks about depression and like mistakes and stuff like that. So bear with me, right? With intention. Under Clear My Energy Field, this was the one that was right here. So the ancestors feel like there's a lot of mistakes that they made, right? Everybody, we all human. Even in this lifetime, we are going to make mistakes, right? But it's about the fact that they feel like maybe they could have equipped us a lot better with more solutions. They feel like they made a lot of mistakes, but those mistakes that they made were made on purpose, right? So nothing is done in vain. It's just like, maybe, you know, it just didn't serve. So now you don't have to go down that same path and experience what that ancestor experienced, because, you know, they can help you. They can help avoid it. They can help you avoid, you know, repeating things that they already experienced. They don't want you to do that, okay? They don't want you to do that. They want to help you avoid disappointment, okay? They want to help you avoid disappointment. But the only way to do this is by allowing yourself to be vulnerable and intimate with yourself, because you are your ancestors, right? So even if you don't like sit down and talk and whatnot with them, they're still there around you. They are still loving you. They are still guiding you. And they are still kind of the ones giving you those feelings, those inner nudges, those gut feelings, you know, and directing your attention, saying, hey, over here, type of thing. They're the ones that's kind of like helping you. They're the ones that's doing that and helping you emotionally. So even if you don't feel comfortable with like talking to spirits and stuff like that, or anything like that, because we all know we all know, like, you know, spirituality is starting to become, you know, we ain't gotta go dive into it, but you're being called to just pay attention to your emotions, because that is where you're getting a lot of direction from right now, right? If something makes you feel good and liberated, then obviously you would know that this is something that you should probably continue to do. If something makes you feel sad and disappointed, or if something brings you bad company, you know, if an environment is filled with bad company, then you know that this is something that you probably should not do. Then you know that this is not where you need to be, you know, right? So again, all of that comes with just being super intentional and allowing yourself you know, to stand in your power, right? Your power is your truth, you know. Your ancestors are the ones that fuel that truth that you have. You know, they're not going to lead you astray. They're not going to lead you the wrong way. And I like how she's writing down solutions, you know, so maybe do that too. You know, when you do find things that work out for you, that work in your favor, write it down. You know, any ideas that randomly pop up in your head, write it down. Because all of that is aligned and geared toward you being your truest and highest self. They are letting you know literally in this path that they are going to supply you with making sure that you do have everything that you need. And to let you know what the mistakes is. They got a whole book of mistakes. So it ain't like they want to hold back anything from you, or that you don't already have it within you. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to make it seem like, you know, accessing your ancestors and your spirit team is something that is ever outside of yourself. No, it's within yourself type of thing. You know, it's within you. They are you type of thing. And I feel with the Five of Cups here, like, yeah, I feel like they just want to help you just to continue to avoid disappointment and things like that. We got Knight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So yes, I feel as though you are definitely just taking a lot of action at this time, if you have not been. Just as far as exploring. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Next. I need that King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you've been making a lot of decisions. I feel like you've been taking advantage of certain opportunities at this point in time. And I feel like, you know, the divine just wants you to just be mindful of this right here, right? Of just not repeating certain mistakes, allowing yourself to avoid disappointment by simply just letting them be more involved in your life, you know, just taking a minute out of your day just to think about them, just to acknowledge them. You know, you'll be surprised on how just that little bit takes you a long way. I even feel like that's what it is too with going within. You know, it's a lot of inner going within. You know, your intention, that's something that's from within. This transformation is coming from within, although it's happening on a collective scale. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just end it there, you guys. Thank you, Divine Feminines, for being here for this reading. It was absolutely amazing. Again, let yourself transform. We attract, we don't chase, girl, okay? And just continue to remember your ancestors. Remember that, I mean, you here because they had to be here first. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, if you're rocking, they rolling type of thing. They got your back. So just continue to keep that in mind and just continue to do what you're doing, Divine Feminine. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.